The enigmatic creators of the grand city of Teotihuacan left scant traces of their identity. This place of mystery and allure, located on the fertile Mexican plateau, dates back to the birth of the 1st century before Christ. Its origins shrouded in the mist of time, it sprang forth with a vitality and a purpose that can only be speculated upon by today's archaeologists and historians. Emerging circa 100 BC, Teotihuacan was not merely a city, it was an epitome of urban planning, a testament to the architectural prowess of its unknown founders. In what seemed like the blink of an eye, this marvel flourished, quickly transforming from a nondescript settlement to the largest urban center in the entire Western Hemisphere. Covering an area of 8 square miles, it dwarfed all other cities of its time in scale and grandeur, accommodating a burgeoning population estimated to be between 80,000 to 100,000 residents. Nestled amidst the rugged terrain, the city was meticulously planned and executed, showcasing the genius of its builders. A grid system so precise that it rivaled those of modern cities organized the streets in a symphony of order and functionality. The streets were designed to intersect at specific points, particularly at the expansive Avenue of the Dead, a monumental artery that dictated the rhythm of life and death in the city. Dominating the cityscape were the imposing, awe-inspiring structures, the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. These colossal edifices were not just buildings, they were landmarks, symbols of power and influence, overshadowing the landscape with their majestic forms. They seemed to watch over the city, the broad thoroughfares, the myriad temples, the dwellings, and the bustling artisan workshops, like silent sentinels of a bygone era. Within these city limits, a vibrant community thrived, their lives intertwining with the city's architecture and culture. Here, artisans honed their craft, priests offered their prayers, and traders bartered their goods, contributing to a rich cultural tapestry that still leaves us enthralled. Their echoes can still be heard in the wind, whispering stories of a city that once was, and of a people whose identity remains a mystery. Dominating the landscape were the imposing Pyramid of the Sun and Pyramid of the Moon, overlooking the broad thoroughfares, temples, dwellings, and artisan workshops. Despite these remarkable achievements, the industrious inhabitants who erected the city left behind no written language or clear lineage. Their culture and history shrouded in mystery, only decipherable through the breathtaking remnants of their civilization. There were no known records, no scrolls or tablets, no hieroglyphs etched onto their stone structures, just a grand, silent city speaking volumes through its architectural wonders. The absence of a written language led to countless speculations. Scholars and historians ply their trade, unspooling the threads of time to piece together a narrative. They sifted through remnants, weaving a tapestry of conjectures and theories. Yet, the secrets of Teotihuacan remained elusive, its past whispered only through the echoes of its monumental ruins, its inhabitants' tales carried by the wind. The city's melodious name, Teotihuacan, translates to the place where the gods were created. This was not a name given by its creators, but rather a bestowed honor by later cultures, the Aztecs being most notable among them. This moniker, echoing with reverence and awe, added another layer of enigma to the city's profound history. Teotihuacan was a multicultural hub in its prime. It was not limited to a single tribe or ethnicity, but was a captivating blend of many. It appeared to attract migrants from diverse backgrounds, drawing in the Maya, Mixtec, and other ancient societies. These migrants, drawn by the city's allure, left their imprints and enriched its cultural fabric, adding to the city's vibrant diversity. Life in Teotihuacan was not all grandiosity and allure. Hints of side, a stark contrast to its architectural splendor, were unearthed in the forms of sacrificial remains found in temples. These testimonies to ritual sacrifices, a common practice in ancient societies, added a sinister undertone to its otherwise glorious narrative. The use of human bones for crafting everyday items like combs, buttons, and needles revealed a routine brutality that was part and parcel of daily life. Every corner of Teotihuacan was a testament to the paradox it represented. A city of grand architectural marvels, a multicultural melting pot, a cradle of divinity according to its name, yet also a place of commonplace brutality. Its contradictions are what make it compelling, drawing us into its mysterious past. Daily life in Teotihuacan likely harbored routine brutality, evidenced by sacrificial remains found in the temples and the use of human bone for crafting everyday items like combs, buttons, and needles. Just as mysteriously as it emerged, the city met its demise through destruction and abandonment in the 7th century AD. This city, once brimming with life and culture, fell into ruins, swallowed by the relentless march of time. The cause of its fall has been the subject of much debate and speculation among historians and archaeologists. While invaders may have played a role in the city's downfall, it is far from the only theory that has been put forth. Some scholars postulate that the demise of the city was a result of internal strife, a civil conflict that tore at the fabric of its society from within. This is a theory steeped in historical precedents, as countless civilizations have crumbled from internal discord, their foundations eroded by the corrosive effects of power struggles, class conflict, and social inequality. Could it be that this city, too, fell victim to the destructive forces of societal tension and unrest? Others suggest the dissolution of alliances as a contributing factor. Alliances, after all, are for the survival and prosperity of any civilization. They provide support, both economic and military, and ensure a certain degree of stability and security. The disintegration of such alliances could well have left the city vulnerable, isolated, and unable to withstand external threats or internal challenges. Could the city's downfall have been precipitated by the loss of allies, by a gradual weakening of its diplomatic ties, and the subsequent loss of support? There is also the possibility of economic instability playing a part. Fluctuations in trade, a decrease in the value of currency, or the exhaustion of resources could all have potentially contributed to the city's collapse. In such a scenario, the city would have struggled to maintain its infrastructure, to feed its people, and to uphold its institutions, leading inevitably to its downfall. A fascinating clue that lends some credence to these theories is the evidence of targeted burning of elite residences. These were not random acts of destruction, but rather methodical, deliberate acts of arson. This points to a very specific intent, a calculated move designed to destabilize the city, to induce chaos, and to undermine the city's leadership. It suggests a rebellion, an internal conflict, or perhaps a calculated act of warfare. But the truth is, we may never know the exact reason for the city's fall. After all, history is often a puzzle with missing pieces, a story with gaps and uncertainties. One thing, however, is certain. Just as mysteriously as it emerged, the city met its demise through destruction and abandonment in the 7th century AD. Join us next time as we continue to explore the wonders of history's greatest civilizations. Subscribe for more explorations into history's greatest mysteries.